this again. 5 more years upon them. Let's all revive. Give thanks for life. Irfaan winning this again. Yeah. Progress must continue. Progress must continue, yeah. Progress must continue. Irfaan winning it again, yeah. Progress.
Essequibo! Sweet El Dorado! The beautiful people of Essequibo, you have outdone yourself tonight. You have turned up for the People's Progressive Party Civic. We thank you. We are grateful for your presence. But like Kitty, like Albion, like Essequibo, like every single region, this number, these historic numbers that are turning out must translate into the biggest victory ever for the People's Progressive Party Civic. Just look around us, my respected brothers and sisters. Look around us. You have massive buildings that are being built, hotels, new police station, fire station, a new stadium, new hospitals, new roads. Compare this to just 5 years ago, when Essequibo was sent to sleep by a government that did not care a darn thing about the people of Essequibo. In just 5 years, your region, you the people of Essequibo, you have regained development. You have regained your economy, and you're once again rising to the top, building stronger, building better, and living happier. My friends, development is not about now alone. It is about tomorrow. It's about next year. It is about 5 years from now. Development is not a spur of the moment thing. Development calls for ideas and policies and programs that will ensure success, not for one day or one season or 1 year, but for a lifetime. And that is the development we are pursuing. So this seasonal gift of those who try to betray you, the one-day gift that they believe they can buy people dignity with, whether it's $25, $50, or $70,000, that is not development. That is bribery, and that is trying to buy your dignity. Tell them your dignity is not for sale. Your honor is not for sale. Because when that 50,000 done, what happens next? And you know, one good thing about this party is that we can identify trickery very early. And that is why when Mr. Azradeen was parading under the guise of charity. It is the General Secretary and the PPP that called him out. And when we called him out, he said, no, me just a give out charity. Me not care about politics and power. I am not interested in that. You remember that? You remember the lies then? But what did you see? You saw that he was called out correctly by the People's Progressive Party Civic, and we are calling him out correctly once more, that he is a present and future danger for the security of this country. Just like we called him out then, when everyone second-guessed us, we were correct that he was doing these things under the disguise of safeguarding himself. We are calling him out once more that he put the future of this country at risk. He put Essequibo at risk, and we cannot allow any part of our country to be put at risk. That is why you must understand the difference between those who truly care and those who are in this to protect themselves, to protect their ill-gotten wealth. They are using, or they believe they can use the Guyanese people to protect their empire. Well, you have seen before, just look around us. Venezuela, a prime example of when the people gambled with their future. Your future cannot be gambled with. Our children here, you know, tonight, earlier you saw all the young people coming up and telling us about all the education opportunity. But let me remind you, 5 years ago, a sitting minister of the government, when asked about the performance of the children at Regina Secondary School, that minister of the AP and UAFC government said, why they gotta write 18 subjects CXC? They could not acknowledge that in Essequibo, in Region 2, our children were rising up and were equal and outperforming others in the Caribbean. Compare that to us. Over the last 5 years, more than 4,000 scholarships given to your children of this region. Every single teacher who want to be trained can be trained from right here in this region. And they can be trained, graduate from right here in this region. Every nurse that want to pursue a career in nursing can be and will be trained right here from your region. And when you vote on September the 1st, you are not voting only for what we have accomplished. You are voting because your government will invest in the labs and having a medical school right here in Essequibo so your children can be doctors right here in Essequibo. We will be investing in all of the facilities so that you can have a faculty of engineering right here in Essequibo so your children can become engineers right here. And remember, it was only 5 years ago when you were in trouble, when rice was in trouble. What did they tell you? That's not our concern. Rice is private business. You forgot that? Compare that to today. When rice is in trouble, who turns up? It is the People's Progressive Party Civic that turns up. Not only giving you $300 more on every bag when the price collapsed, not only giving seed paddy, not only giving fertilizer, but ensuring only last week that now you have insurance for your crop and ensuring that you can cash your check at the bank. Don't forget 5 years ago, it was them, the same group, and all of them are the same. Whether they're blue, green, or yellow, or pink, or orange. Ask them, and they've said it clearly. Their only intention is to get rid of the People's Progressive Party Civic from government. Essequibo, let me hear you by your roar. Tell them you have no intention of getting rid of the People's Progressive Party Civic. Rice farmers, tell me honestly, with your conscience tell me, who is it that you can trust? Who is it that you can trust? And let me tell you this, we are not done yet. We will ensure that rice is successful and profitable here in Essequibo and everywhere else. You can be assured, if subsidy is needed, so be it. You will get it under the People's Progressive Party Civic government. That is why we have a comprehensive plan for rice. Investing in your drainage and irrigation, they charge you for that. Giving you farm-to-market access roads, reducing the input costs, building a fertilizer plant to support our farmers, rice farmers, but more importantly, giving Guyanese the chance of owning that fertilizer plant by co-investing with you. Providing a pricing stabilization fund so that our farmers can have predictable prices, so that our farmers can know that there is a baseline price for their production and they are not totally at the risk of the market. Ensuring that that stabilization fund feeds into a payment mechanism that would allow you to get payment by the end of your crop, and you don't have to wait 2 and 3 crops afterwards to get paid. We will be investing in the opening up of new lands. We'll be investing in equipment for our farmers, machinery. We want to increase your income from farming, reduce your costs, and make it more modernized so you can farm also in dignity, honor, and pride. That is the goal of your party, the People's Progressive Party Civic. And young people in this region, not only are we investing in education, Not only are we investing in health, but we want you to own your own homes. So the next 5 years, it's about giving you more incentives, giving you more tax deductibles, giving you more support and subsidy so you can build and own your own homes and support your family right here. And I said before that those of our brothers and sisters who live in hinterland and riverine communities, we are going to remove the taxes on the ATVs, all-wheel drive vehicle, and we are going to remove the taxes on outboard engines up to 150 horsepower. This is how we empower people, by making assets more available, by empowering them, by giving them the tools to be productive, not by dishonoring them, believing they can be bought and sold, and that their dignity and honor and pride that they uphold is on a market to be sold for 50,000 or 25,000 by Azruddin Mohammed, a crook and criminal of no mean order. My friends, let me be clear to you. The future of your region, you are voting for that future. And many of the farmers come to me and they say the 4x4 pickup, the 4-door pickup, the duty too high. Not true. We have already committed to you that we are going to bring the duty down on 4-door pickup substantially so that you can use that in your productive life. When you vote on the 1st of September, every one of you, you're voting for more support to small businesses. You're voting for more money to be directly transferred to your families. You're voting for co-investment opportunities. You're voting for lower interest rate at the bank. You're voting for a better system to support you in doing business with government. You're voting for your honor and your dignity. You're voting so your region, like Providence, will be hosting international sporting events right here at Regina. And yes, we have heard you. We want our small foresters and our community forest organizations to grow and to expand. That is why we are going to give you incentives. We're going to make it easier for you to own the machine and equipment. We're going to invest in the hinterland roads, in the farm to market access road, so that you can get easier access to your land and you can be productive. And our brothers and sisters in Pomeroon, when you vote on the 1st of September, you're not only voting for more block drainage, you are voting for land ownership, you are voting for access to finance, you are voting for reduced interest rate, you are voting for the regrowth and reborn of the coffee and cocoa sector, you are voting for the new port, a charity, you are voting so that your product will be in the markets of the Caribbean. You are voting because you are going to have a quality of life second to none in the Pomeroon. My brothers and sisters, in the Pomeroon, when you vote on the 1st of September, like in any other of the Amerindian or hinterland or riverine villages on the coast, when you vote on the 1st of September, you are voting for prosperity. You are voting for investment in your villages, for infrastructure in your villages, for more money in the pockets of mothers, housewives, children, young people, pensioners. That is what you're voting for. When you vote on the 1st of September, you're not only voting for more support for our dialysis patients, you are voting for a modern dialysis facility to be built here in the region to support the people who need it. Five years ago, you had 1 or 2 trips with a boat. Today, with 5 trips per day, it is still not enough. That is why we have just signed a contract for another new boat to serve Essequibo. Five years ago, when the farmers could transport their paddy, they were told to leave it in the fields to rot and spoil. 5 years ago, that was the case. Today, when the farmers asked us to support, what did we do? We made it free of cost to take your paddy on the boat. This is no slack buck policy. This is real policies, real progress, real development. Right opposite there, the Forest Lady supported the building of a beautiful park that your children, the ordinary children, and ordinary people are enjoying. But these vagabonds will never see that. These vagabonds will never see the development because these vagabonds don't care about that. The only thing the vagabonds care about is to get rid of the People's Progressive Party Civic. I heard the Prime Minister reminded you that the copycats are copying our manifesto. Prime Minister, let me tell you something. And let me tell the intelligent people of Guyana something. You can copy, but you can't implement. Let me give you the example. You have all the formulas to solve every problem in the textbooks. You have everything in the library. But if you don't have the brains, if you don't have the intellect, if you don't have the vision, if you don't have the strategy, if you don't have the policy, if you don't know what you're about, how the hell you gonna get it done? And there lies the difference. We don't only have the policies and programs. We have the experience. We have the respect. We have the brain power. We have the human resource power. We have the competence. That is why you can trust us to make it happen. My brothers and sisters, When you vote on the 1st of September here in Essequibo, you're voting for safer communities. You're voting for your own 4-lane road with concrete drains. You're voting for a modern port at Charity with cold storage, with manufacturing opportunity for our farmers. You're voting for storage and drying facility for our rice farmers. You're voting for your children to have at free of cost the best primary, secondary, and university education right here in Essequibo. When you vote on September the 1st in Essequibo, you're voting to protect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of our country. When you vote on September the 1st, you're voting to protect your honor and your dignity. Because your vote is about your children, it's about your family, it's about your parents, it's about your grandparents. And I tell you here tonight, anybody who believes that that dignity can be bought or sold, they are not worth your experiment. So for those who are still indecisive, for those who are still thinking about why you must vote and why you must support the PPP, for those who are thinking still, listen carefully to the message here tonight. From all our speakers, it is about your life. It's about your empowerment. It's about raising the quality of life for every single Guyanese. It is about protecting our country. All right, big up my partner here, yes. When you vote on September the 1st, you're voting not only for more grants, higher pensions, more because we care support, more school uniform voucher, more dialysis support, more health voucher. You're voting for much, much more than that. Because it is the PPP Civic that gives you that. And it's the PPP Civic that will continue to give you that more and more and more. But much more than that, you're voting for a vision that will lead to a prosperous life. We want our religious communities to be part of this transformation. Our mosques, our churches, our temples. When you vote on September the 1st, you're electing a government that will support these institutions directly to take care of our people. When you vote on September the 1st, you're voting to ensure that that 200 taxes that they put on you and we remove, that never again will those taxes be placed on the backs of the people of our country. And let me tell you something. You know, they love to say about oil money, oil money. The Vice President already told you that only 37% of the budget is financed from oil revenue. But let me remind you that without oil and gas, you did not have that 200 taxes. Without oil and gas, you had the Because We Care grant, all under the PPP Civic. With oil and gas, they brought 200 plus taxes and took away the Because We Care grant. And with oil and gas, we removed those taxes, increased those grants, and not even institute one new tax or increase one tax in the last 5 years. My friends, let me come now to what I really want to say. We will now start the evening proceeding. My friends, here in Essequibo, they believe, and let me be frank with you tonight, they have said in their backroom and backdoor meetings that Essequibo is a soft target. They believe that Essequibo is a soft target. That is why they're relentlessly pursuing what they believe to be a soft target. But tonight, you have said to them with great clarity that Essequibo is no one's target. And that Essequibo is solidly, in a united way, behind the People's Progressive Party Civic. Let me be clear. Tonight, we have outlined to you a clear vision. And in that vision, we are going to more efficiently integrate Region 1 with Region 2. We're going to create great opportunities in linking Region 3 to 2. And then with the Sand Hill Road and the Goshen Del Conte route, you will be linked to Region 7 and the hinterland. When we invest in this infrastructure, what does it mean? It means that you have a larger market for your product. It means that Essequibo will become more accessible for the consumer. And already, you try to get a room in Essequibo on weekends. Full up. Not true? Full up. There must be a reason why in the last 5 years you see all these houses repainted, all the new hotels being built, all the new roads, people buying cars. There must be a reason. The reason is simple. You have seen development, you have felt development, and you were part of the development in the last 5 years. Those parading in blue don't have a clue about anything. Yes, they can parade in brand new shorts. But let me tell you, do not fall for their trickery. We have to congratulate the General Secretary for identifying the trickery very early. And when many people say, oh, left a little by now, left he saw the crooked nature of the beast. He was nowhere close to power a year ago, and he lied to the people. He lied in the name of charity. He lied. Are you going to trust such a person with your future? Because make no mistake, they are one of the same team. The team that seek to remove the People's Progressive Party civic from government. We have already experienced the blues. 28 years of blues between 1964 and 1992. Blues don't stop. And you know, Shanta them will tell you, old people long ago, my grandmother used to get the blue when you wash clothes. You know where does use the blue for? Outside of the white, where does use it for? The blue was always symbolic with devilish action. Let us be clear. Your future is worth much more than an event. These people coming and giving you something at 50,000 is an event for them. Election is not about the future. Election is not about the country. Election is about themselves. Election is about protecting their empire. Remember, they bred well butter. They bred well butter. Where were they in the 5 months of struggle? Where were they when the sugar workers were sent home? Where were they when rice farmers were told rice is private business? Where were they when farmers ran from the land in the Pomeroon? Where were they when the government imposed new fees and taxes on the backs of the people? They were nowhere to be seen. It is your forever friend, your forever party, the People's Progressive Party Civic, that stood by you every time. You have seen the progress. You have experienced the progress. And yes, we have already said, and we have started to invest to ensure that on the coast, we provide transportation facility for your children to support them, a better transport grant to support your children in getting to school. We already said that our pensioners must not go and line up for their pension within the next year, long before they will sit in their homes with a card and see their money transferred directly into their accounts. We are building not a Guyana halfway free. We are building a Guyana that can compete with any other country. A Guyana that is competitive. We are going to diversify and expand the training program for CSOs, not only ensuring that you get payment and payment on time. We have said that we must upskill you so you can earn higher salaries and better paying jobs. And yes, the coconut industry, the coffee industry that we'll build, the cocoa industry, the citrus industry, we are going to co-invest with you to make them strong, sustainable, and profitable, because that is what matters to you. We are not only reviving and rebuilding, we are strengthening and expanding the economy across our country and here in Region 2. Your multi-purpose stadium, the installation of street lights on every street, on every post, the CCTV cameras in every area to make you safe and secure. The indoor facility, the all-weather turf for football in Charity, the development of more recreational parks and community centers, building out the studio for our performing arts, expanding your infrastructure, investing more in agriculture, D&I, building out of it the tourism sector, the industrial hub, supporting directly those who are investing in this region by making this region a special investment zone with special preferential tax incentive so more investment will come to your region. Not only the more than $3.5 billion that we have already spent on water, but ensuring that every single family in this region will benefit from treated water. That is what we are working with. So today I say to you, proud people of Region 2, don't wait for the last hour to go and vote. Don't come in twos and threes. Come out early. Come strong. Vote red. Vote PPP Civic. Let your vote echo from Pomeroon to Supanam that Essequibo is standing firm with the People's Progressive Party Civic. The party that builds, the party that delivers, and the party that will never, ever desert you. That is not the time to break our stride. This is not the time to slow down. We have laid the foundation. Now we must raise the roof. We have planted the seeds. Now we must reap the harvest. Give us the overwhelming mandate. We need to finish what we started. And to do even more, let us walk forward together, hand in hand, heart to heart, voice to voice. And on election night, let the nation hear once again, Essequibo has spoken. And it has spoken loudly for the People's Progressive Party Civic. We thank you. God bless you. Long live Essequibo. Long live Guyana. Long live our party. Onwards to victory with the People's Progressive Party Civic.